Yeah, alright chaps, I'm in my home city of Hull today, where we've got permission to access one of the city's last remaining public air raid shelters, which is just in the compound behind me, which was actually the site of the Marfleet and Drypool Tram Steamway company, which was established in the 19th century, but in 1939 built the air raid shelter here for its employees. So we're going to go in there and have a look. That'll be pretty cool. This is Hotham Street in Hull, which is just off Headham Road. In the 1940s it was mostly residential, with some commercial buildings, the tram company being one of them. It was hit twice during air raids, and people died. On the left of me would have been terraced houses, and this is where the bombs dropped. The shelter in the tramway company actually survived. These doors and windows here you can see that have kind of been cut in half is the remains of the tramway master's house, which was demolished at some point, and in its place is where the air raid shelter was built, just on the other side of this wall. Okay, so the remains of the tramway company were demolished in the mid-90s, so the owners just said. And the reason why we think this has survived is actually quite mundane. It's purely because the people who were contracted to demolish the buildings, this was not a part of the contract, so it was just left. I don't think it had anything to do with historical preservation. It was just purely about keeping costs down. So as we walk into the shelter then, what do we see? We've got these 3 bricks here, which are ceramic and were for to, well, guard people in the blackout to the shelter. And would have been luminescent almost. So walking into it then, the door frame is very well intact. With a bit of dusting and cleaning, that could almost be reused. You won't believe that's 80 years old. So we've just had to do a bit of a clean out for the spiders. The cobwebs were literally down to your knees. And because this was used as a substation during the 70s, the YEB had this one. It's just absolutely filled with debris from then. So we'll just creep down into it. We think a gas curtain would have dangled from here. And this shelter was reputedly for upwards of 50 people. To pass the air raiding. Quite small, really. Say about 12 foot by 8 foot. I'm not actually going to walk too far into it because it's quite difficult to sort of see where you're putting your foot. You've got the remains of a ventilation pipe there, some light fittings or communication cable in there. This is the next really interesting feature in the building. It's the escape hatch, which can't be opened any more than that. But obviously where people would have got out of if needed be. Just up there. So this site's now owned by Northern Powergrid, moving very nicely after emails back and forth of letters have permission to access this. And as far as I'm aware, this is the last remaining public air raid shelter in the city of Hull. Though of course I am looking out for more. Check out my friend's Mike Covell. He's writing a book on the blackouts and the air raid shelters in the city. I'll post a link to it when it's published. And so just back out again. That's the top of the shelter there. I can't really get any closer to that for a little, yeah. And there's the man Mike, just jotting down a few dimensions of the building. And that's the site of the Steamway company as it is now. That would have built this shelter. So cheers for watching this, and of course I'll document any other shelters I come across. We've just got permission to access another one. Not a public air raid shelter though, of a completely different design. But more of that one later, so cheers.